What about when you wanted a bath? Was it a tin bath by the
It
fire?
would be a tin bath by the fire because we hadn't a bathroom.
And no running water?
No, no running hot water.
No, just cold.
Just cold, you could turn tap on, that's all.
Yeah. So you'd heat your water up for your bath, would you?
Yeah. You had so much you heated with a kettle. You had a black kettle.
Yes.
And you filled the kettle and put it on a hanger on over the fire.
Yes.
And that warmed it.
It'd take a lot of kettles for a bath.
We didn't use so damn much water. When you were doing it every day nearly, you didn't need that much, did you?
No. You wouldn't have scented soap either.
Oh God, no. If you were lucky if you got plain carbolic.
Yeah. So did everybody have to go out of the room while everybody else had a bath, or?
No, you waited till they went to bed and then you had your bath.
I see, yes. Yeah.
Robinsons. You went a little bit further, there was Armistead, Tommy Armistead, and you went a little bit further and there was Holmes. So I say there was five butcher's shops in all Ellis Lane.
How do they manage it all to keep going on?
You see?
Yes. I suppose a lot of their customers came from outside Kendal, were they?
Yes. Well,
yeah.
In, you know the old shambles, where the fleece is?
Yes.
That was all butcher's shops up there at one time.
Yes. I suppose they actually slaughtered them there, I suppose, with names like the shambles.
That's right.
Yes.
And, of course, there was no fridges or anything.
No.
They used to hang these big lump sides of beef,
right.
And they used to go black.
Yes,
and they used to come and they used to take a knife and take a thin slice off, you know, take the black off. And on a Saturday night, because up on Fell Side then, it was all full of people, houses all over. And at Saturday night, at 9 o'clock on a Saturday night, they used to all rush down there, and you could get a leg of lamb for sixpence, and you know all that. You see.
Yes.
Aye.
Yes.
Aye.
I suppose there was a much more Christmas rush for the last moment then.
At Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas. Yeah.
Oh
yes,
yes, and all these shops used to have all the birds hanging out, you know, pheasants and chickens and turkeys and that hanging outside. Always, there used to be in Finkel Street. The Co-op had a shop in Finkel Street, a grocer's shop, where it's a lady's place now. And opposite there was Turner's, the fish shop.
Mm-hmm. Yes, everybody remembers Turner's.
Turner's,
yes.
the fish shop
yes.
now.
Yeah.
You could get any sort of fish you wanted there.
Yes.
When they were there, and they used to have a game license as well. Used to say,
yes.
Yes. Yes. Always.
You mentioned Stilton. Were there any other English cheeses?
Yeah, you could get Leicester and Double Gloucester or Wensleydale. Now that was a good seller, Wensleydale, homemade.
Mm-hmm.
Homemade Wensleydale.
Oh, yeah.
They make it today and it's dry. In those days it was moist and it was beautiful. There was a person at Newbegin on loan who made it, and it was beautiful. He only lived up a little yard there, but he used to make this cheese, and it was gorgeous. You know, they don't make it today like.
No, I remember they used to put them farms in Wensleydale. Used to sell them just outside the farm gate.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And of course, through these the old grocer's shops, the smell when you walked in used to be gorgeous. You know, you don't get it now. Everything's wrapped up now, you see, and in those days everything had to be weighed.
Yeah. I was trying to remember how much things were in packets. There were so many of them in sacks you had to get them out and weigh. Was there a lot of packaged things then, as you get now?
Oh no, very few. Everything, tea, sugar, coffee, everything had to be weighed and wrapped. Flat wrapped. Tea and coffee was flat, what they call flat wrapped. And sugar was put into, and then you had a certain knot, the sugar knot, round with a piece of string that you tied it up with. And we used to have about 7 different kinds of prunes, which all had to be weighed in and kept in different places, you see. Yeah. flour, or everything had to be weighed.
Yes. Were there many tins?
Yes, quite a number of tins, tin stuff, especially fruit, pears, peaches, apricots, tin peas you could get, and you know, but as I said, flour came in 200 weight sacks, so you can imagine how heavy it was to carry it about, 200 weight. Potatoes in those days were about half a crown, which is 7.5 pence, isn't it now? No, 12.5 pence now, for 8 stone. 8 stone of potatoes for 12.5 pence. Because my father had a fish and chip shop in Castle Street, just in the early 30s, and we used to do fish and chips. The fish was threepence and the chips were twopence. So for 5 pence, in the old money, you could have something to eat.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I wonder, can you remember how much you earned your first job?
Well, I think it was 10 and 6 in the first job. I know when I went to be a grocer, I got less because I was learning the trade, which was only about 7 shillings or 7 and 6pence per week. But then, of course, in those days, 30 shillings was a good wage, really, you know.
Yeah.
£2, you were well off.
Oh yes, I remember. Did you have to?
But when you think about it, there were some curiosities in Kendal at that time. When I think back, there was, who is it, Lousy Day, who was blind, and he used to stand at top at White Lane Yard. He'd stand there for hours, you know, but he knew everybody was going up and down, although he couldn't see, you know, and he used to he was a bookies runner, really. He used to take bets, you know, for folk, take them down, you know, down to Tot Jenks, down Shambles. He was a case, and Balloon Jack, his mate. And I once remember him coming up past White Lion Yard there, and old Jack, he had pram with a mattress on it and that. And he's coming loping up there. He was like a spring-heeled Jack where he walked, you know. And he's walking up there, and he said, "Hello, Lousy," he said, "how's it going on?" So Lousy said, "Oh, I'm all right, Jack." "I said, I'm just making a shilling for me kip," he said. He's going down ratties with it, with his pram load of bloody rubbish. And they used to live in lodging house on Waterside, you know, there. There was a few of them. What a case they were, aye. And he used to be there on New Road, went fair. Who'll tie me up for a shilling? The old women used to tie him up, you know. "Don't tie it so blooming tight," he used to say, you know. What a case he was, aye. Dearie me, all them's gone now, you know, all them people. They'll never come back, will they? And there was another curiosity, a comical Lyle fella. He used to keep pigs up, like back at St George's Theatre up there used to be a big orchard up back of there where Blackhall Road is now. And this comical Lyle fella, he used to wear, he always had a pair of good boots on, and Yorks he used to wear, and smoked a pipe. Always had a pipe, and he was like Popeye when he was going down the road. He used to walk down Stramongate, round bit provincial corner yonder, not New Road. I don't know, but I don't know where he went, like, but he was going, but he had this old wooden barrow. Well, he's going on there this particular day, and my sister, she worked for Mr Sedgwick as well, but she was a hairdresser, my sister, you see. My sister's custling round there on push bite and ran slam back into him. What a carry on. My sister was black and blue, you know. Hey, what the hell's going on? He was saying, you know, stuff. And we always pull a leg about it, you know, so, you know, fancy running into a fella with a wheelbarrow, you know. I can't just think of his name, this chap, but everybody knew him. He was a Coblisle fella, yeah. And he was all the time with barra. Sometimes it didn't have near out in it, mainly empty it was, you know. I bet he never lived it down, you know. And she'd run into this fellow. Fancy run into a fellow with a barra.